Sex trafficking happens everywhere in every city in the United States.
A new book is out shining a light on the issue of sex trafficking in our community and also across our entire nation. It focuses on long-haul truckers and features a serial killer who became known as the Truck Stop Killer, who was taken into custody in Casa Grande in 1990. It also is spotlighting a very unique place for help that's located right here in Phoenix for sex trafficking survivors. And it is the first of its kind in our entire country.
This is our art room and our general room.
This is the first in the nation city-funded shelter for sex trafficking survivors and their families. It's called Phoenix Starfish Place.
This work is we're in the water saying you don't ever have to go back up on that beach, right? You're safe. We can help you find a life worth living.
Former FBI Assistant Director Frank Figliuzzi visited Phoenix Starfish Place just like I am for his new book, Long Haul, Hunting the Highway Serial Killers.
Do you think there are more resources like that needed across our entire country?
For sure. And I think, the days of law enforcement treating trafficking victims as criminals and handcuffing them for prostitution, those days are coming to an end.
Figliuzzi's book examines the FBI's Highway Serial Killings Initiative. He shares to date the FBI has linked at least 850 homicides to long-haul truck drivers.
They'll grab a victim in one jurisdiction, they'll commit the murder in a second jurisdiction, and they'll dump the body in a third jurisdiction.
His book begins with an Arizona tie. In 1990, the so-called truck stop killer, Robert Ben Rhodes, was taken into custody near Casa Grande. A trooper stopped to see if a truck with its hazards on needed help along I-10.
And he looks inside and he sees a woman shackled and screaming in the back of the rig. And she's naked except for her bathroom slippers. And that begins a whole investigation of a trucker named Robert Ben Rhodes, who is notorious and is good for at least 50 homicides.
78-year-old Rhodes is still serving life sentences in Illinois for 3 murders, including a 14-year-old girl.
Hundreds of thousands of young men and women are trafficked in our country every single year.
Dominic Rosepowitz, a professor at ASU, shares these criminals know how to target vulnerable people, separate and abuse them.
They're in a car that can be locked and driven anywhere. They're in a hotel room where the door is locked.
Now Phoenix Starfish Place can offer help to at least 15 families at a time.
What help are they getting to let them start their lives over or pick up where they left off?
So we work with them to reunite them with their kids if they don't have them in their custody. We work with them to connect to mental health support, to connect to people, other adults that are caring and loving, whether it's their family or people in the community.
She shares sex trafficking is an issue we can all help to solve.
The people who are buying sex are our family members, our brothers and uncles and grandfathers and people who we respect in the community. And the victims are our daughters and sisters and cousins. And so each of us have a role that we can do something to make a difference here.
And if you're like me, you're thinking, gosh, this is so heavy, but how can we help and make a difference? She shares these tips. We can teach our kids and young adults about sex trafficking. We can also teach kids to protect their friends from traffickers. This makes sure that anyone who is vulnerable does not get taken advantage of. And she also shares we can all work together to bring awareness. And if you think someone is in danger, you can always call our state hotline. That phone number is 1-877-4AZ-TIPS. Again, 1-877-4AZ-TIPS. Experts do stress, never get involved yourself. And if someone needs immediate help in an emergency, you can always call 911.